like that. Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. When the NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. They'll try the left side. Dobbins, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Finding some room at midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 32-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb, and an alley to run. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And again this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check. Fresno.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Yeah, he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, check, Mike 21. Tighten up.
They're going for it. It's Watson, and he's got the completion to Hopkins. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 36. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, let's go 2nd. Hey, check, Mike 21. Down, he's coming.
Here's Watson. He's going to find his run back. It's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. In for the score as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Here I come again.
On second down, Dobbins. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
Yeah.
backside guys,
Man.
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable game.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Point it right. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Run.
On second down now, Dobbins. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns have taken the lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Jackson 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Houston. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On second down, Dobbins. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, 36 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Past the 20. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 49 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
The Browns take over at their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now the Texans will use one of their two remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. And his kick is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. That's complete. It's Bell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. Throwing on third down, Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Reset. 19. 21. Check my 21. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Now Watson from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They are going for it. Here's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs. This offense, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that'll be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now a handoff looking right, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
This is it. 19. Check my 21. I got one. Let's go.
From the gun, here's Watson, and this is going to be incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They run again on first down, Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
This is it. 19. Check back 21. Coming to you. Coming to you. Share.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's all.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson to the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. And an alley to run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
That's another Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Texans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now they try the right side here. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have retaken the lead. The extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Run. Don't get nervous. Point it right. One touch.
First down, Mayfield. It's caught, Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
180.
First down.
King.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 43-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
No. Run.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Just 3 yards. Brings up 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Switch it.
A first down throw from Mayfield. He's got the connection to Cooper. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Mayfield now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more coming.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also fourth down.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on fourth down. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Texans send the punter out. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
50 set, real. Set.
He'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
And the Browns, first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
57's the run.
He's back to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
One last shot from Mayfield here. Eluding the pressure right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.